All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome in, welcome back. I'm still kind of, my brain is still kind of on Phasmophobia. But hi, welcome on in, everybody. We are level 33. We're above and a half away from 34, so that's kind of good. Then we will, yeah. I need to look at my spells, which kind of sucks because, yeah, we're going to Stranglethorn. I probably should have just grinded out 34 before we came out here. But let's go ahead and get in game, and we will move on. We will move on along.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
How you doing, Inferno?
Is this not why you are here?
Yeah, next spells coming up are Blessing of Wisdom, not a big deal. Divine Shield, Flash of Light, Seal of Righteousness. Honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, Divine Shield would be nice. But most mobs give up after, the 8-second one actually is fine. So it's not that big of a deal for us to go back and train automatically. But yeah, I'm not sure where the hell Eliza's guards are. There's a dwarf rogue that died. But how is everyone's day going today? Yeah, but decided just not even bother trying to get back on, since I knew I was only going to be on for like another half an hour or so. So, ate lunch with the wife, laid down for about 30 minutes. Oh. Yeah, I have to do that every once in a while. Let's make sure we don't fracking die to... Don't die to stitches. Though, don't see any guards. Haven't seen the guards run down the road yet, so... we should be okay. I always look for the guards, because that's usually the sign that he's coming. Is you get the guards run by you. But looks like for right now we're fine. All right, we don't need that. We're looking at Stranglethorn. We got a lot of good stuff for Stranglethorn. Where's my raptor quest? We got Curzon, Stranglethorn, Tigers, Shards. I might have deleted the... I have to go and see if there's anybody with a quest. Because I haven't killed the raptors. Yeah, there's 2 quests there. Yeah, let's see what we got. Yeah, my Cataclysm person was... my Cataclysm druid's at 83.5. One of the things I had to do during lunch was walk my wife off the ledge. She's been trying to figure out... She's trying to do, like, she's been playing Final Fantasy XIV a bunch, like, for the last few years. But a friend of hers has been trying to get her to play WoW again, so she's been playing WoW with them. But So she's like, well, since I'm over here, let me go ahead and do the some time walking stuff.
Can I help you?
So she was trying to do like some of the time walking stuff, and yeah. Why is this guy not giving me the next quest?
You need something?
But yeah, so, but she couldn't find who she was looking for. So I was like, okay, let me log on. Let me see if I can figure this out. And I don't know. Apparently the pet guy that she was trying to find yesterday, she couldn't find. I found the one for today, because she was trying to do time walking pets and found him. Then she logged on, got to him, and I'm like, okay, yeah, don't know. Like, I looked for this. I'm like, oh, no. Not saying you didn't. But here he is. Here's the guy. Here's the guy for today. Have fun. Yeah, she's so used to asking me about stuff on WoW, like especially on retail. But because I don't play retail right now, or I barely play it, I don't know. Anytime she has issues, I really don't know how to fix it. It's like, sorry, sweetie, but I really don't play that. I don't play retail that much anymore. Like, I almost had to start playing retail again just so when she does have questions, I have answers. Because I Googled it, and Google really didn't help me much. Like, okay. Because they just kept talking about time walking dungeons, and I'm like, I'm not wanting to know about time walking dungeons. I need to know about time walking world quests and pet events. But we figured it out. She's good to go now. All right. So where is... I'm missing something somewhere. Because I should have... There should be raptor quests, and I don't see them. Oh, that's the... Oh, shoot. That's the quest I was looking at. The Goblin sponsorship one. I was supposed to take back. Okay. That's the quest I was trying to figure out why I couldn't find anything on it. Or I'm like, I know I've got it. I knew I had a quest that sent me back to Simmering Flats, and I couldn't find it because I knocked it off. I tried to Google first, and usually Wowhead will come up with something. It'll usually come up with Wowhead first, and it didn't. They should. It should be like with Nessingwary. Let me just click on him. It's either... Oh, I wonder if I did that. I wonder if I did this. I wonder if I unchecked it. Yep, that's what I did. I don't know why it's not letting me share it. There it is. hope everyone's day is going well. Thank you kindly for coming on in here on my WoW stream. Much appreciated. Gotta level my mining. Nope. Thought I was gonna be able to get to it, but nope. Medicine Man. Okay, so I can kill these guys at least decently fast now, or I should be able to. Shit. Okay, we got two. Yeah, medicine men are going to be my bane, because I really have no way to stop them other than a 1-minute stun. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of hit and pull. Yeah, the medicine men, they have the regen, then they have the heal. Like I almost, for those guys, I almost have to basically just wait. Anytime I use my stun, just wait for it to come back before I take on another one. Or I'm just going to be fighting them for freaking ever. could fight that one, but I'm worried about around the corner because I'm pretty sure if I remember right, there's guys like right around the corner there. Well, that is way too many guys. I'll get a little bit easier here in a few minutes once I get to 34. It's like, see mine, gotta go get it. I need to get to 175. That's mithril. Worth the time. Khadgar's whiskers, yeah, that'll be worth it. Oh, how'd the hunter die? Night Elf Hunter, Thistle for Avenger. Ashenvale. I know where that one is. We went there earlier. British Owen, hello. How you doing today? Just got dinner? Doing well. Just got done with lunch. Oh, got done with lunch and laid down on the bed. Dio came upstairs. Dio, every time I get done with the first stream, Dio like basically just watches me. waiting to see if I go upstairs to go lay down. So then he can come and join. It's kind of cute. There's a chest. Don't do the chest. Grey Mist Warrior. Alright, this might get a little easier now. We should start killing them a little bit faster. I don't think I can pull him without pulling him. Oh, you know what? We got to go there. And actually, is that the only spot with that? I think that's the only spot with that stuff. So I kind of have to pull him. All right, let's get ready to run. What we're going to do is this. That region is just nasty. Holy shit. So I'm worried about guys in that doorway. I should have bought more water. No, 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 no. Shit. Okay, we got lucky. I only had one guy, one extra. Yeah, this one's probably going to get off a hill. Oh, no, actually, no, haha, nice. We hit him hard enough to force him to run. Good, 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 good. All right. I mean, I could be smart and just keep here. Just keep pulling all the guys here. Would be a smart idea. Yeah, with this was the thing with my druid, you know, I would just, you know, stealth through, trying to find other pockets. You know, find other pockets like this. Paladin, on the other hand, don't have that luxury. I might be able to skim the top here. I'm running out of water. I should have bought double. I didn't think I was going to need it that bad, but apparently I do. I'm going to. Back real quick. Grab this. On the bright side, the rebel camp is just over the hill. Anybody got any major plans for the night? We don't have to play Dragonlance tonight. We play Dragonlance every other Thursday, so we should be home. I'll be honest, I'm getting way more of the jungle remedy than I'm used to. think last time I did this quest, it took me. God, it felt like I killed like 25 of these fracking things to get them. Oh, that didn't help. Right, we got our... Oh, wow, nice crit. No, you're gonna get a heal off, you suck. Okay, give me one more so I don't have to kill these guys anymore. I hate kill these guys. Alright. Pretty good there. Might as well go kill this guy. Did they up the, where did they up the, I wonder if by the end of Classic if they up the drops. That's not exactly something that they would normally do. Not back in Vanilla. And isn't Classic supposed to be built off of, like, one of the last patches? It definitely feels, it's been kind of feeling like a lot of drops have been not as bad as I remembered them in the past. Maybe that's just my memory. Probably could work our way back. The two-dimensional tree leaves. Definitely gonna worry about this guy. Oh, wrong way. Get this guy up just a little bit further. Two more of these guys. I know I saw one down here. All we got are these guys. Like, okay, we could use a jungle medicine guy. There's a bad pop on these. I think I saw Medicine Man on the other side of the building. But yeah, this was a bad pop. Ba, 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 ba. Come on, be nice. Give it to us. Give us what we need. There we go. All right, so raptors. Well, we need water, so let's go back. Oh. Let's go back to the rebel camp, get some water, food, double up on it this time. The more I think about it, I think my next character is going to be mage. I know I was thinking druid, but I'm kind of like, nah, you know what? I think I'm going to do mage. I miss the convenience of between, you know, being able to make your own food and water, not having to worry about it, being able to port from, you know, from place to place without having to just save a lot of time going back and forth. There he is.
Hello. Have a good one.
You were saving Dravik. I know how this looks, but would allow me to explain. I was charged by Lieutenant Doran to re-enlist with Curzon's men, so they might spy on them and bring sorely needed intelligence to the rebels. You saw here what I had thought would be my chance to infiltrate Curzon's compound. I was wrong, and again, thanks for saving me. This is a top secret mission, so you must tell no one. If you speak with Doran, he will explain. Speak with Lieutenant Doran at the rebel camp. Did we save him? I don't remember saving him. I don't remember saving him at all. Do that every time.
Be careful. Have a good one. Farewell.
Stop giving me one-handed axes.
See you around.
Alright, now that many of his regular troops are reduced, 16 commandos, 6 Curzon head shrinkers. Aren't all these guys in the fracking cave, if I remember right? Yeah, found deep in the back of the Curzon compound. Yeah.
Safe travels.
I mean, we'll pick it up, but I remember that guy. I remember that quest.
Greetings.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Go with honor.
How's your day going? Must be discreet with this. At one time, we were rebels were fiercely loyal to Colonel Curzon. But such as Curzon's corruption, our passion twisted into rage. It's made known that Private Thorson has made dealings with Curzon's men. Within one night, he would find himself with a slit throat. To my knowledge, only Sergeant Yoa, Thorson, and I were privy. Must be another traitor.
Be careful.
Just had din-dins? Yeah, I just got done with lunch. Well, lunch a little while ago with the wife. Since she's home from teaching for the summer. But how's life been treating you? I mean, you've been playing what? I know you still play Faz, but you've been playing Minecraft also? If I remember, the couple of times I've been lurking on you before I get started in the morning. Hey, lattes. There's knows Thorson's secret. They have a spy in our midst. There's contact with Curzon's with Bookie Herod. Herod is Curzon's logistics officer and knows everything about the running of Curzon's compound. Alright, so we gotta do that. But that's a high-level quest also. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know a couple of... It's like, I know Abywig. I know he's been back playing Minecraft a little bit.
Need help?
I guess I might as well take that with them.
Good day to you.
I've been going pretty good. Been still playing Faz, but decided to start a second stream and been back with my first love, which was World of Warcraft. It's what I started with. Well, MMOs in general, but Warcraft for the most part for the last few years. All right.
Safe travel.
I love freaking hardcore. Hardcore is my WoW of choice. Like currently, off stream, I'm playing Cataclysm right now, trying to get my druid up to 20, up to 85. Pandaria is coming out here in God, what, 4 days? And then I keep trying to mess with retail. Rogan Warrior at 40 on Filthy. I wouldn't say the US servers are any better. But nah. Like still enjoying Faz, but I'm kind of getting to the point of, all right, this has been fun. Like won't be quitting Faz anytime soon, but Faz was a complete fluke as far as me finding that game, because I didn't play horror games. I watch horror movies like crazy, but horror games were just like, eh. Most of the ones I played weren't up to snuff with the movies, with my enjoyment of movies. I didn't like the Resident Evil franchise, or not that I didn't like it. I just didn't like that play style. I'm not into survival games, so though I will say I did like Village and Biohazard. but I wouldn't say that they were not your typical they were not your typical Resident Evil games. And I, you know, for the last 4.5 years, I keep trying to get into, you know, other horror games. I'm just like, nah. Like Dead by Daylight I had fun with, but that's because I'm a horror movie fan. But I've realized that I get bored of Dead by Daylight if I can't switch between killer and survivor. And I think it was like maybe two events ago. They were doing the 2v8, and the killer queue was like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes not playing anything. So it's kind of like, okay, so that's why I stopped messing around with Dead by Daylight. I'm like, no. So I finally just kind of was like, okay, if I want to do something else, stop screwing around. Just go back to WoW. I had hopes for the other side, but until they get some new maps. Okay, this is not... I feel like I'm missing a quest here. Yeah, I've been looking at that. But I thought they were supposed to come out. I know the cemetery got pushed back, but I could have swore that they were supposed to come out with like another map or two with that same patch. Yeah, I logged onto it, saw that there were no new maps, and I was kind of like, oh crap, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the rebel camp. I forgot to buy water and food, because I will run out. And then Among the Whispers, I gave Among the Whispers a really good shot. And I just got so frustrated with that game. The amount of times that I got to the point where my investigations, I had to basically figure out 4 ghosts. And no matter what, 2 of the ghosts basically always bugged. Like, I'd get 2, I'd find the other 2, get going, get to the point where I needed to basically level them up so I could release them, and they wouldn't level. I finally was like, I'm done. And I haven't been back since. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's very early access. And it's the same guy that made Conrad Stevenson. So I was like, okay, I enjoyed Conrad. So I'll give you leeway. I'm just not going to come back until I see some work being done on these not bugging out. It was a nice change of pace. I mean, it was a very slow change of pace, but it was a nice change of pace. How are you finding Chronicle?
I supply only the finest.
All right. Let's sell anything that is... Yeah, maybe 10 more silver, maybe? Let's sell anything that's like almost the same, where I'm not going to make a whole lot of money off it. Well, that's soulbound. guess we'll go with that. All right, so we need... And... Really, I gotta buy apples. Yeah, I'm finally getting it down to, like, I had, like, I mean, I was, like, I have a thing on my fast stream where if I get 5 perfect investigations, I get to eat a Scooby snack. And since Chronicle, I hadn't got the 5. I mean, I was getting to the point, especially because the sound recorder was very off and on. So I just stopped worrying about it. It's like, nah, it's like I'm not having fun trying to get perfect investigations now. So I'm just going to take it easy, not worry about it, wait for them to kind of do a little bit of work on it. And they did. It's still not grabbing every, like, I could have like if 2 or 3, like if 2 things happen at the same time, most of the time I can't get both things. And I'm like holding down the recorder, seeing the disc, releasing, holding down the recorder again, getting the disc a second time, but the second recording doesn't happen. Why buy food? Can you not mana up? No, you can't. No. I mean, I could sit and mana up, but that takes for fracking ever. And yes, I could heal, but sometimes I don't need to. Sometimes I don't need to mana up. I just need to heal. I mean, I see what you're saying. I just like having both. Because every once in a while, I'm like, both are like, you know, down here. As far as health and mana. So I'd rather just be able to... Because sometimes I don't have the mana to heal up. Yeah, that's why it was on my mind, because, yeah, it happened to me a couple times today. But I ended up getting, like, I think I got 6 or 7 perfect games. Today was the first day since Chronicle came out where I was actually able to eat a Scooby snack. What is this quest? Crystal in the Mountains. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I should be killing these guys. There's a quest I'm missing something. But I'm getting better at my time for perfect games with doing 1 evidence. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you that, especially I feel like 1 and 2 evidence. Perfect games just take way longer now. Like, I'm getting better at it. And a lot of it is just I'm just not even messing around now. Yeah, see, like I could do that. Yeah, then I could do this. And it could work. I might be healed up by the time that does. But there's going to be times where I'm not going to be able to, and I don't want to heal, mana, heal, have to mana again. So I just buy both. Saves me some time. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where the hell that's at. Like, I don't see the quest. But then my memory also gets a little foggy. It starts combining, like, later expansions. King's Blood. I think King's Blood is still green to me. I guess we'll find out. Yep, still green. Oh, crap. God, I hate when I do that. Yeah. There was... Yeah, Keybach. And it's level 35. Crap, I actually need that. Shoot. Problem. Oh, crap. Man, we got a pre-roll coming up. All right, let's try to find a little bit of a safe spot here. Well, let's keep the pre-rolls off. So let's, maybe here? I don't think I'm going to walk too far away from my PC during the break. I'm going to go here. Let's go ahead and do a quick break. Get the pre-rolls off. I'll be right back. And today we're going to have your, W0lfinn vid today. So I'll be right back, everybody. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that, but at least the pre-rolls are now off for another hour. But let's see. for the showing. Never understood this game. What's the main storyline? Basically, main storyline, depending on what period of time, what expansion you're in, is basically you have the Horde. So, I'm not sure how old you are. So, way back when, you had two real-time simulator games called Warcraft and you had StarCraft. Warcraft, was basically the first one, I believe, was orcs versus humans. Then I can't remember what 2 was, and then 3 was basically Lich King, or 3 was, I believe, Lich King. Then they decided to, you know what? Let's get into the MMO business, and they came out with World of Warcraft. So the basis of it basically is you got the Alliance, you got the Horde, they're warring with each other, and while you're warring with each other, other things are going on, like old gods, basically kind of think of Lovecraftian. Then you've got also the Legion. The Legion is kind of like demons and things like that that are trying to take over. You've got, you've got the Naga, which was like a later expansion that just happened a little while ago. They were trying to take over. So every expansion is someone is trying to take over the world. Thank you, Corrigan. See you, Mike. Or cheers, Mike. Was best in slot. Yeah, my friends. What was funny was, so most of my friends are who got me into Warcraft and StarCraft, and I think like at the end they were like modding, because like you also had your mods, and they were modding. Was it modding StarCraft? Because StarCraft's engine was better, so they were modding StarCraft to look like Warcraft or something like. It was something. It was one of those ways. It was either that or the other way. Oh my god. Yes, I mean, between carrying my PC, I stopped carrying my 32-inch freaking CRT monitor. That gave me a hernia one year. But yeah, I mean, between like probably, oh god, like I mean, I got my very first PC in '99 specifically for Diablo and for StarCraft and for Warcraft, and yeah, just taking that, putting it in the car, putting the seatbelt around it, driving over to some friends, and like 4 or 5 of us all sitting around, sitting around the kitchen table and other tables, and just playing and playing the games with each other. And then the wonderful internet got better, and we were able to not have to get around tables. So I do miss the LAN parties, but I mean that was when we were in like our 20s. Yeah, we couldn't do that now. Nice. Actually, I think one of mine did. I didn't really use it. I don't think I trusted it, to be honest. I want to say one of my cases had a handle, but yeah, I don't think I ever trusted it. So I was always carrying it like just kind of bear hugging it to the car. But that's the general gist of World of Warcraft. It really is more of, you just got all these quests in the world, you're exploring the world. Reason why I like Classic more than I like Retail and stuff like that is Retail, it's not that I don't like Retail, it's fine. But Retail is just, there's a lot there, a lot is coming at you. I don't know how any new person could play Retail without having to go to school. Because there's just so much to Retail now. But also Retail is just really fast. Like I can fight, something my level or 2 levels lower than me here, and it's going to be, a little bit of a fight. It's going to take me a little bit of time. Retail or Cataclysm currently, I mean, I'm taking things on, 2 levels, 3 levels higher than me. The fight's taking maybe, it's like I'm getting maybe into a 3rd rotation, maybe. Most of the time it's dead in the 2nd rotation. Just everything's just faster. And I like the slower pace of Classic. So my biggest hope is one day that they actually come out with Classic Plus. Though I do have the worry that they screw Classic Plus up. But, you know, there's that. I mean, there's still fun in it. I mean, my wife still has fun in it, though she prefers Final Fantasy 14. But my wife's also a casual. Well, so am I. But I gave up rating after Ice Crown. Yeah, exactly. It's like I have hope. I mean, they seem to be getting back into, you know, they seem to be getting back into the ways of, like, I always called Blizzard / World of Warcraft, you know, the Rome of MMOs. It's like they don't always come up with the best original ideas. But they've always been really good at going, hey, that looks like a really good idea. I bet we can make that better. Hey, Quincy. Because I mean, that's what they did. I mean, the original, you know, World of Warcraft. I mean, that's what they did. They took a lot of ideas from other MMOs like EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot and stuff like that, and they made it better. Yep. But that's why I always refer to them. I mean, I'm a history buff. So I kind of Rome, Greece is my specialty. Well, Rome, Greece, and Dark Age England is kind of my specialty. And so yeah, so I've always kind of done that because, yeah, I mean, Rome did the same thing. It wasn't that Rome came up with great ideas on their own. They just took other people's ideas and went, I think we can copy that. Yep. I mean, I love the story of WoW. I mean, and I am very much a Western. I am a Western fantasy person. Like I've watched. I mean, I used to watch. I mean, I watched anime at one point. It was, you know, I enjoyed it when I watched it. But I've tried a lot of Western MMOs. I've never been able to get into an Eastern MMO. I've never been able to get into them because I'm a Tolkien fan. I mean, I still read, you know, I usually read, you know, Lord of the Rings at least once a year. I still play Lord of the Rings online once a year. So Eastern MMOs, like my biggest problem with Eastern MMOs is their different races are basically just human models with something on them. Like, you know, cat people, humans with cat ears. Bunny people, humans with bunny ears. I was wondering this is why I couldn't get into Final Fantasy 14. I mean, I played a Hrothgar. Lord of the Rings Online, if you want to play something that's actually very loyal to the books, and you just kind of want to feel like you're walking in that world a little bit, Lord of the Rings Online is really good. They do have humans with human ears. Like my wife loves dragons. She plays a God, I can't remember what the name of the race is, but it's basically a human with dragon horns and maybe a little bit of dragon scale. But yeah, no. But Lord of the Rings Online is, I mean, it's older. It's younger than WoW, but feels much older. Like they were supposed to come out with a graphics update a couple of years, I think last year, but unfortunately Daybreak shelved it, so it did not happen. Which is a shame because I was really looking forward to it. But now, honestly, what I end up doing the most, I kind of like, because I've got like a 90 Hobbit Rogue on it. But most of the time, I get on, I make a new Hobbit, I walk around the Shire, The Shire quests are some of the funnest quests I've ever had. Because, you know, like most MMOs, you know, it's like, you know, go over here, kill some of this, or go cut some of this, and then come back to me. Most of the quests in the rest of Lord of the Rings Online are like that also. The Shire quests are special. The Shire quests, on the other hand, it's, I sold some bad pies. Can you go to each town and go gather those pies and bring them back before I get a bad reputation? So you have to go around the Shire to all the towns and steal back the pies that the woman sold. So you have to wait for the person to walk away from the pie, grab the pie, and run. There's a pub crawl where the whole mission is to start it. I can't remember which pub you got to start at, but you got to start at one pub. You've got like 3 different types of beverages you got to drink, but you drink until basically your vision is totally shot, and you basically stagger move, and then you got to go to the next pub in a certain amount of time before that wears off, and you got to keep that basically drunk the whole way around. And there's like, I think 10 villages. Their festivals are really fun. They usually like they have a maze one where you got to go in and like find different things in the maze. It was a really good idea. It just, they tried to, instead of, they took the idea of Lord of the Rings Lord of the Rings books. They had a great idea with it, but it still was a WoW clone. And I think that's what doomed it, that it was not as fine-tuned as well. Because the classes were okay. There really wasn't a class that really jumped out at me for the most part. But I played it because it was Lord of the Rings Online. Oh shit. That's a lot of raptors. I think I'll just go back over this way. And I will actually say, though, Lord of the Rings Online probably has the best free-to-play out there. Actually, maybe Final Fantasy XIV actually is pretty good, too. Because I think currently Final Fantasy XIV, you can play up to maybe Shadowlands for free. And that's a lot of fracking content. Like, it's not like World of Warcraft where, you know, if you can play it for free, but you can only play to level 20. I mean, there's all the same restrictions of, you know, you can't use this, you can't use this, you can't join free companies, what Final Fantasy XIV calls guilds. But you're talking, I think Shadowlands is where you can play for free. And that is, let's see, Realm Reborn. I can't remember all the names, but I can't remember all the names of the expansions. It begins with an H. But 1, 2, 3. I think it's the 4th expansion. I mean, every once in a while, I'll log on to the Old Republic. Like, Old Republic was great until you realized that their version... And it wasn't that you realized that they finally came out and just said, well, our idea of endgame is for you to start a new character and learn that... and do that storyline. That was their idea of endgame. Like, they changed it. But when Old Republic first came out, that was their idea of the end game, which worked, which I was fine with the first 4 times I leveled through the same planets over and over. After my 4th character, because it was fun learning all of the different storylines. The storylines were great. Yeah, after the 4th time, but they only had so many planets, and you had to do those planets in a certain order. So there was no variation. Like, if they would have had all the planets and you hit certain planets at different times, or like you could choose, like, you know, this time I started with this planet this time. I'm going to start with this planet this time. If they would have done that, I think it would have been better. Instead, though, if you're a rebel, you're doing this planet, then this planet, then this planet, and then this planet, and then you're done. And yeah, after the fourth time, it was just kind of like, okay. I mean, even switching back from, the Alliance to the Sith Empire, it's still just bored. By the fourth time, I was done. Like, I still love the concept of it. I think it was still a pretty good. Like, the storylines were still fracking good. I loved having the choices. And I still remember some of the choices that I made with different characters. All right, I need to go to Booty Bay. Because I've got trolls here that I keep killing for nothing. We need to go to Booty Bay. I don't know if I can make it to Booty... I think I can make it to Booty Bay on my feet. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of any other games I like to reboot every once in a while. I tried to play EverQuest again. There at one point, and the UI about drove me insane. Like, I don't know who came up with that with their new UI, but it was like, oh my god, how can you play on this? And apparently I used to play on it. I don't remember playing on it like that, but... Oh, hey, that was an Elder... Oh, hey, gotta kill these guys. Come here. Unfortunately, Dark Age of Camelot, I don't think Dark Age of Camelot... I think every Dark Age of Camelot's game out, I think, is all private servers. I don't think they have a real server anymore. I think Mythic shuttered all those. That was a good game until they screwed up and added in realm points. I mean, I still played it for a year or so after that, but that was the first game I ever played where people actually gave a shit about each other. I mean, that was probably one of the best world communities I've ever been part of. Until they added in realm points, and once they added in realm points, everything went from, you know, you had Hibernia, Midgard, Albion. You know, so whichever kingdom you lived in, you cared about those people and how, and everyone was working together, trying to get each other better gear, all that kind of good stuff. Then they added in realm points, and it went all to, nope, sorry, if you're not part of our guild, we don't care. Everina, hello. I mean, because like the castle battles were fracking amazing. And then the bigger guilds figured out that, and unfortunately I was one of them, figured out that, oh, wait, if we don't do the castle battles and we just try to pick off people on the way back, we can actually get more realm points than actually fighting together with everybody else. So yeah, it was sad. I mean, I understand why they did what they did, because they were trying to give, people a reason to be out doing things. Because the realm points basically, the realm points unlocked other things for you to do. Why am I going this way? I should be killing more tigers. That's okay, whatever. I got to come back here anyway. So it unlocked different skills that you could use in PvP and stuff like that. Because Dark Age of Camelot was all about the PvP. I mean, it had some raids. It had some 30 people. I think it's 30 people. It had 30-person raids. But that was secondary. It was always about the PvP. Or actually what they called realm versus realm. Because it wasn't about going out and, you know, one person going out and killing other people. No, it was about groups of people going out and killing groups of people. Like, I mean, you had like, you know, you had like 40 on 40 people battles. If not more. It just freaking, every once in a while it would just lag out, would lag like crazy if you had too many. But they were freaking glorious. I mean, playing a rogue and climbing up the side of a castle to get inside to try to pick off the other team's healers. And then try to get back over the wall before you got killed. Yeah, Warhammer Online could have been the successor to Dark Age of Camelot, and they were for a while. Like Warhammer Online, from level 1 to 49 was a perfect fracking game. Because they learned all the mistakes from Dark Age of Camelot. Like Dark Age of Camelot, there could be times where, you know, you're fighting people, and your guy, let's say, like for me, I played a warden. I had this special ability called a bubble. Well, I can't remember the exact name, but everyone just referred to it as a bubble. It basically took a hit. So what would happen a lot would people would mesmerize me, or stun me, or whatever. Well, in Dark Age of Camelot, half the time those mezzes and stuns lasted for over a minute. So half the time I'd be sitting there watching everybody else die, and then they'd kill me last. Warhammer Online, they're like, okay, we've learned the mistakes of, you know, we've learned the mistakes of this. There's not going to be no 1 minute mezzes, all this kind of good stuff. And they were right. From level 1 to level 49, I never ran into it. Mezzes and stuns all had diminishing returns. I never sat there watching all of my friends die, because the other cool thing with Warhammer Online was they had collision. So someone like me who played a tank, I could actually get in the way of people trying to get to my healer. It was great. And then we all got to level 50. It was like, okay, we're level 50. We went out, did our first PvP reign. And the first fracking battle, we meet up with the other side. I think we were playing the good side. So we meet up with them, and I get mezzed. And I'm mezzed, and everyone dies, and I'm still fracking stunned, and they all just gather around me and look at me, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be fracking kidding me. And it was like that from now on. So as long as you didn't get to max level, you were fine. I mean, I knew friends, most of my friends who stayed with the game, I came back to WoW. I'm like, nope, I'm done with this, because WoW was out by now. And because Dark Age of Camelot, I think, came out in like 2002. WoW came out in 2004. Warhammer Online, I think, came out in like 2005, maybe 2006. Because I kind of remember. Oh God, I think I need to ignore this person. Shit. Ah, frack me. I can't remember if that person attacks me or not. Yeah, I think Warhammer Online came out shortly, I don't know, maybe 2005, 2006. I know it wasn't that big of a deal for me to leave WoW to go to that, because there wasn't anything going on at the time. like we were, I think it was like kind of in between expansions. My raiding guild was pretty much on farm, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, but we just kind of were like, okay, we're not going to, okay, now we see what the in-game PvP is. Screw that. We're just going to level up through this, and then we'll just make a new character. Probably not the smartest idea here, but we're doing it. No one ever said I was smart. Yeah, both these are 8. Unfortunately, that is... I don't think what else did I play? I have played Guild Wars 2. Actually, I took a break in Pandaria, which is one reason why I'm kind of looking forward to Pandaria. Is I took a break at the end of Cataclysm, which after seeing the end raid of Cataclysm, I'm very glad I did. And I went and played Old Republic because Old Republic came out in 2012. I think Guild Wars 2 came out shortly after that. And I basically played that for, I played both of those for, I don't know, about 6 or so months. Maybe a year? I might have been playing those for about a year. But then I came back to WoW. But no, I played Guild Wars 2 for a little bit. I think I got up to like level 50 something with a Ranger. My problem with Guild Wars 2 was, one, I didn't really like any of the races. I ended up playing was it a Norn? The Viking guys. Whatever those guys are. Because I didn't really like the Char. They were kind of cool, but they kind of got on my nerves. The other guy, the goblin-like looking guys were kind of cool, but they kind of got on my nerves. I didn't like the tree people. So I ended up playing a Norn. And I had fun with it, but because I was playing a Ranger and they hadn't had the thing of... They didn't have the thing yet of where you could not play with a pet. And I got tired of... Basically, I stopped playing because I got tired of going into freaking dungeons with friends. Or going into the single person dungeons and dying. Because, I'd be walking down, a path, be walking down an edge of a, edge of a cliff, or not cliff, like down an edge of a cavern. And I would, instead of walking all the way down at the end and then turning around and going back the other way, like I needed to, I always jumped down. I couldn't stop myself. Same thing as like when I'm walking around and I do this, especially if I see someone coming the other way. That's the universal greeting in WoW, is you don't stop and say hi, you don't wave, you don't do any of that, you jump up in the air. 41, oh shit. Okay, we need to stick the frack over here. And I died like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, whatever, in a week. And I just was like, screw this, I'm done. Because, yeah, I would jump down, my pet, instead of my pet following me, or just going down to the end of the path, or the end of the walkway, and then coming back to me, would instead go all the way through the dungeon to get back to me, and drag every fracking thing that it could with it. And it was just like, nope, I'm done. I don't feel like leveling anymore. The guys aren't playing as much as they used to. So I'm just going to go back. So if I'm going to have to solo and not be playing with any of my friends, I might as well go back to WoW. I know Gaijin plays Guild Wars 2 a lot. I think there's a couple of people who play Guild Wars 2. Like, there's a few people that play WoW. There's a few people that still play WoW. There's a few people that play Guild Wars 2. There's a few people that play Final Fantasy 14. I don't know anybody that plays Lord of the Rings online. I know a few people play old school RuneScape. Oh, shit. I'm going to guess there's a few people that probably play, that still play Old Republic. No, I did not play the first Guild Wars for one reason and one reason only. It was humans only. I tend to not play. I don't play humans. I'm a human in real life. Well, okay, I'm kind of a dwarf in real life also, but you know what I mean. I mean, the only reason why I'm playing a dwarf right now is because paladins are not on Horde side, and I kind of wanted to. I never got around to playing a paladin back in vanilla, because my first year, like, okay, so the first year in vanilla was level to 60 mage, level to 60 druid, and then the RP PvP servers came out. We played on Maelstrom. So I went and played. So when we did that, the guild, our guild from Dark Age of Camelot didn't want to come with us. They're like, "Oh, we don't want to play RPP. We don't want to do PvP." And we're like, "Well, see ya." And we
Talk to me.
So we did that, and I was Horde from first year of vanilla till Draenor, which has been kind of fun because there's a lot of quests that I don't remember on Alliance side.
Hurry back.
Is where can I fix it? Of course I can fix it, but there's a price. Oh yes, there's always a price. Time equals money, friend. Bring 4 loads of lesser bloodstone ore to Krazak. Okay. Alright, what quest do we have here? Dream Dust in the Swamp. We can do that. I mean, I might as well pick up all of them. Like, I knew a friend of mine here in Pittsburgh, I know, tried to get us to play, it a lot, get us to play it. But we were pretty much into, I mean, we were playing WoW. Actually, no, I think we were playing Dark Age of Camelot at that point. And here's my fracking. All right, now I am 20 of 20. Do I have any quests here that I need? You don't need to do that one. Okay, good. All right, so I think it would be better to go over here and fly back to Darkshore, because yeah, there are some things a little too big for me. I would like not to die.
You got my attention.
I would like to not die because I was traveling through Booty Bay. But no, we must have been, I think we were playing Dark Age of Camelot while she was playing the first Guild Wars. And I remember telling her, like, look, it looks like a cool game. I like PvP. I play on a PvP server in WoW. It's only humans. He's like, why is that a problem? I was like, I don't like playing humans. I don't play humans in D&D. Like currently, okay, so my 2 campaigns I got going on right now, Dragonlance and Pathfinder. Pathfinder, we're basically playing in the Elder Scrolls world. I play a Khajiit, which is a cat person. Because, you know, if you have wares, if you have the coin, I have the wares. And then in Dragonlance, I play a dwarf fighter. It's like, I'm trying to think of, have I ever played a human? Oh, actually, no, I'll take that back. I have played a human in a online game that I'd play every once in a while for the Greyhawk system. And the only reason why I played that game, I mean, why I was a human, was they made me play a human. ESO is actually good. I mean, ESO is behind a lot of, because they're free to play, they're kind of one of those typical free to play models of, oh, no, we're free to play. Oh, you want to do that? Nah, sorry, that's behind a paywall. Oh, you want to do that? Nah, that's behind a paywall also. It's almost, if you're going to play Elder Scrolls Online, it's almost pay the fracking subscription, because everything that you're going to want to do is behind a fracking paywall. It's like, no, you can go to the store and pay for that. And then you can pay for that. You can pay for that. And now you're paying more than what you would have paid for the subscription. So, and they've made it much better. Like when Elder Scrolls Online first came out, I played a month and I was done. Because how they had it was, they kind of went with the Dark Age of Camelot model, where you had three different kingdoms. The problem was if you were part of this kingdom, this is the only place you got to see. And you were all fighting over the center part, which was kind of like how Dark Age of Camelot was. So, but if you were part of this kingdom, this was the only place you could ever go. And it was very go do this. And when the game first came out, if you were, let me explain this. Let me see if I can explain this right. Let's say I'm playing the game and you decide you want to play the game. I could help you with your quest. Like I could help you with certain quests, but most of the end part of a quest, I would be locked out of. So if there was a big bad mob, a big bad boss that usually took, 2 to 4 people to kill, and I was grouping with you, we'd go through the instance and I'd be kicked out and you'd be thrown in with the boss by yourself. We actually had that. One of our folks that played, one of the guy's wives, she was falling behind from the rest of us, and that's how we found it out, because we're like, okay, well, we've already done this quest. It was an end of a big quest line, and we got her caught up. We got her, we walked her through everything, got to the end boss of the quest line, and we went in to go fight it. We all got kicked out, and she got thrown in and died because it wasn't designed for a single person. It's much better now. Now you can group with each other. Now you can do all that kind of good stuff. And you can go to the other continents. You can go to the other kingdoms. That, and they did a patch a long time ago called Tamriel 1. But now you can start anywhere in the game, and the mobs will basically level up to you. So if you want to go, over to this land, the mobs will be around your level. If you want to go over here, same thing. It's not as, I like how Guild Wars 2 did their system of, I could go, like, let's say I'm level 50, you're just starting the game. I can come help you. Guild Wars 2, he levels you down to like level 5 or whatever. I liked how Guild Wars 2 did that. I thought that was a very cool system. And yes, as you can see, I could talk about horror movies, and I can talk about MMOs. For fracking days. These are definitely my passions. That, or if you get me going off on talking about history, like either Greece between the Battle of Marathon to Alexander, or Rome between Marius to the fall of Rome. No, there's not. I wish there was. I don't, and I doubt we'll ever see one, because horror is such a niche market anyway. And then take a very niche market, add in a very niche market of MMOs, and I don't think anybody can warrant the cost of what the cost would be to make something like that. I don't think anybody can warrant it, because I don't think it'd have enough players. I think they would be surprised of how many people would play a horror MMO. Like we've talked about it a few times on the Fast stream. But yeah, I mean, I would love to have something that was horror based. That was, I think I can actually get that. That you basically, replayable. And I think this is part of my problem with a lot of horror games. Is most games I've ever played, all are replayable. Elder Scrolls, I mean, from Daggerfall to Skyrim, very, very replayable. Might and Magic, very, very replayable. Like everything I've played over the years, Dragon Age, is you can play it over and over, and play different parts, and pretty much have a different playthrough experience every time. MMOs, you're kind of doing some of the same stuff, but it's still different, experiences. Where most games and other horror games, whatever, like Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil Biohazard, it's a $70 game that you get 12 to 13 hours out of. You could do what's the word I'm looking for? Basically a run where you're doing everything. Completion run. I mean, you could do a completion run, but you're still doing the same story. You're just trying to get everything along that story done. But it's 12 to 13 hours. I mean, I've got 12 to 13 hours just, one or two levels is 12 to 13 hours on this. That's why anytime we've ever talked about subscriptions, like especially like on Faz, it's like, oh, I would have played WoW, but it's got a subscription. And I'm like, look, here's the way I look at it. $15 a month. How many hours am I going to play WoW in that month? Hell, I play WoW 15 hours a week, let alone 15 hours a month when I am playing WoW a lot. So it's kind of like, so for me, it's like, look, this is easily 25 cents a fracking, 25 cents a day or something like that. Like, I understand when you don't have the money and you really just don't have the money, but when it comes down to buying a couple of things of coffee or paying for WoW, I'll pay for WoW. I don't know if she's going to kill me. I think she's going to try. Okay, let's see. I've got my bubble. Let's see if she tries to kill me. This is probably stupid. And that's just how I've always looked at it. The amount of money I've saved, probably, because I play MMOs, instead of buying the newest, greatest, whatever game that comes out, is tremendous. Okay, she doesn't try to kill me. Good. I mean, between like Call of Duty, PUBG, everything that I've pretty much have played for the most part until once the internet came around. I mean, have all been, you know, replayable games like Call of Duty, PUBG, MMOs, Elder Scrolls. You know, everything is replayable. And before that, you know, most of the games I played were, you know, Might and Magic, Bard's Tale, things like that, where, no, I had, you know, I had multiple, you know, things, you know, even those games, I had hours and hours and hours of playtime and not having to worry about other games to play. All right. So that's just always how I've kind of looked at it. Maybe that's just because I have been a gamer for, you know, most of my life. So it's like, okay, I could, you know, not pay for a subscription, not be playing these games, and have, you know, and have to deal with, you know, going out, movies, going out with friends. Well, granted, all my friends are gamers, so we'd all be doing this anyway. You know, going out to the bar. I mean, think about how much money you spend if you go out to the bar. Even if it's just going out for drinks, you're spending $15. Or actually, you're spending way more than $15. And that's for one night for maybe 2 hours. Maybe. But that's how, that's how I always justified my subscription and not worrying about the subscription. And I think it helps also that I've played so many, not because I was trying to save money or whatever, but it was like, okay, I'm paying for a subscription to this, but you know, I need a little bit of a break. So let me try the free to play over here. And just trying to play all the different free to plays and just realizing that, okay, yes, technically these are free to play. Are they fun to play on the free to play model? No, they're not. They kind of suck. Like I said, I think Final Fantasy 14 and Lord of the Rings Online are probably the best free-to-play models out there. If you're looking for a good free-to-play... Actually, you know, I'll take that back. I think old school RuneScape actually isn't bad either. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of remember, like, a couple of people paid for my subscription when I was playing it, when I was streaming it. They were like, yeah, here. And they, like, gave me they gave me something that basically let me pay for my subscription. I'm like, okay, thanks. But I wasn't having that big of a problem with their free to play. It's 10 minutes, okay. But like Old Republic's free to play. I don't think you can trade with people. You can't trade with people, and the only items you can, I don't think you can trade with people. You can't group with people. You can't do. I don't think you can do dungeons or anything like that, or what are their instances. And you can only equip green items. So if you just wanted to do, you know, just go through the storylines, you're fine. Because you can do all the storylines with green items with really no problem. But if you wanted to do anything with anybody, you had to pay for the subscription. I can't remember what Guild Wars 2. I can't remember what Guild Wars 2 was like. What's their free to play? Because anytime I've ever played Guild Wars 2, I always had a subscription. Like, I don't think I ever tried their free-to-play. Yeah, I guess actually I'll take that back. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, you bought the game and then you were done. You didn't have to do anything else. Forgot about that. So you have to pay for the you have to pay for the expansions, but yeah. Yeah, and that was a good model. I'm just so used to paying subscriptions that it's just not a big deal for me. Because I mean, EverQuest had a subscription. Dark Age of Camelot had a subscription. Warhammer Online had a subscription. So I'm just used to having a subscription. So it's kind of always been in my budget. I mean, even when I was down to, eating, bologna sandwiches all the time or whatever, I just always sat aside. Okay. But I also knew my medieval hobby that I used to do. So my money went towards that and towards the subscription. Everything else was basically secondary. Actually, we need that. Like for gas and stuff like that. It's like, nope, I need I just saw that. What's up? Crap. But that's me. Other people are different. We are getting ready to go on. All right, let's kill this guy. Then we need to go over to Nessingwary. All right, let's go. All right, let's go over here. We got pre-rolls coming up here in about 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and go over here. avoid some cats. All right. Think I'm safe here? All right, so let's go on break. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Enjoy the Be Right Back videos, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Sorry, I wanted to watch the dragon again. Yeah, and by the way, that is in Lord of the Rings Online. That is where I took that video at, was right at the bottom, right outside Bag End on the hill overlooking the party tree. But I believe the fireworks go, I think the fireworks are every night, if I remember right. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hate being disarmed. I think I hate being disarmed because I'm so used to not being disarmed.
Too far away.
Because usually I'm playing a druid. And a druid, I don't have to worry about being disarmed. It's like, oh no, you disarmed me. Oh wait, I still have my pulse. Never mind. I'm still going to hit you for 300 points of damage. My health was lower than I thought it was. Oh shit. Freaking shaman, I think I was getting nuked by the... What's I getting hit by? Well, that's only showing mine. Oh, what happened to me? There we go. Fire Nova. Lightning Shield. Yeah, Lightning Shield. I think it was Lightning Shield that was nuking me. I went from like, I'm okay, nothing to worry about, to, oh shit, I'm about to die. This is going to be bad. Shaman's going to be another class I'm going to end up having to play. Because I never got around. I had a friend that played the Shaman, so in our group, I never played it because he played it. So I think one of my levels through, I'm gonna have to try to see how far I can get a shaman. I mean, I've tried a shaman a couple of times, didn't go over well. Took too many chances. But I think I'm gonna have to give a shaman a shot also. And yes, for the most part, yes. Just healing myself and drinking mana would be I better buy than buying all the food. I think I've had a couple of times where I didn't have enough mana to even heal myself. So I had to heal, so I had to drink. I had to drink to get mana to heal myself, then I had to drink again. That's why I normally carry food, so I can just do that instead. All right, we got one more we can kill. There we go. All right, so that's all the kitties. I was gonna say, let's heal up before I take on the shaman. Not as bad. I need 10 more ears. Let's take a drink. He's going to disarm me. You stay right over there, kitty. Don't need you over here. That hurt a lot. But anybody coming in, welcome on in. I do World of Warcraft, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Play usually for about 4 hours. If you like horror, I do a game called Phasmophobia, which I do at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do that game 7 days a week. But welcome on in. Kick back, relax. Enjoy the music. how? Oh, I am like 1 away. I think. Mining 2. I'm 2 away from being able to get that. Haha, you suck. So I don't play hardcore off stream. Currently right now I'm playing Pandaria. I mean, currently I'm playing, well, the Pandaria Classic pre-patch. And a little bit of retail off and on. Like the 21st, I'll probably be playing Pandaria. Because it'll just be coming out. And I'll probably play that for a little bit until I miss playing hardcore. Like I always try to, whatever character I'm playing or playing on stream, I don't touch. Like I won't touch off stream. So if I'm going to play, I play something off stream. I just make something new. Like when I'm doing, like I don't know if I'm going to mess with anything hardcore, off stream though. Like I'll be playing my Pandaria guy, but I'll probably just kind of just sit back and maybe play a little bit of retail off stream, something like that. Because I kind of like hardcore on. I know it's not the most popular mode as far as WoW and, you know, on Twitch, but I don't know, because of the stakes, I think it's more fun. Because, I mean, you know, anyone who is paying attention, you know, because, you know, they've got a little bit of time from work or whatever and are actually watching, you know, if I die or if it comes down to a close fight or something like that, you get a little bit more invested on the hardcore characters than you do on, like, either retail or, you know, Pandaria Classic. Because, okay, they die. All right. And you go back and you get your body and you know, go do your thing. Yeah, it's just it's easy to invest in the character when there's something on the line, or as Vicini would say, what's the quote that Vicini does in Princess Bride? Don't take on an Italian or whatever when death is on the line. Oh, Sicilian, when death is on the line. I kind of feel the same thing with hardcore. It's very easy to get invested in the character. Because I've done that where I've played, like when I've played hardcore, you know, when I've streamed hardcore before, and I died off stream. And I felt bad because, you know, you guys didn't get to see it. You guys weren't there for it. So yeah, so I've just made it a thing that, yeah, I don't play. If I start a character on stream, I only play that character on stream. Oh. There we go. I'm like, I'm missing a lot. What the hell? You can kill him now. Thank you. Any day now. Though I might start. I don't know. I keep thinking about starting another guy just for when I need a little bit of a break from the paladin. Because classic paladin, the problem is the classic paladin, classic shaman are, you know, you've got a couple of things you get to do. Other than that, you get to sit here and just watch him hit. And about every 10 or so seconds, you get to do something. So they're not the most exciting characters to play. I mean, Paladin's a pretty safe character to play. Yeah, I keep toying with the idea of mage. I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to make another alliance guy, go back to horde. Like doing an undead mage would be kind of fun. I know technically the meta is troll mage, but no, I've never technically ever cared about meta that much. Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay. That was a bad move. His freaking orbs themselves would got me killed. Well, this this fracking quest is turning out to be what I remember. Remember what I was talking about? You know, the drop rates. I felt like the end of classic, the drop rates kind of felt like they were a little bit better. I take that back. We've killed how many of these guys? And I've got 6. So my previous statement, ignored. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Seven how you doing today? How's your day going? Oh, thank you for dropping on in. Much appreciated. Oh, nice. On retail? Yeah, my druid's gear's lacking on retail. He's max. But I've been between this and I mean, I've been pretty much playing either this or playing Cataclysm lately. I haven't played a whole lot of retail. I think I'm still in Undermine. Oh, I get that. That's the one thing I've not had an issue with, thank God. Like I remember the times dying, Diablo hardcore from disconnects, but I don't really get disconnected on WoW that much. Like the other day, I probably should have, when I noticed that the servers were having issues, I probably should have said, let's go play something else. Let's go play Cataclysm. But I was in Ironforge, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Like if I was out in the world, I probably would have just stopped. Yeah, but I could definitely see the terror of dying to a disconnect, especially because, 56? Are you doing self-found, or are you doing, where you have access to auction house and all that? Okay. Okay. See, that I can totally understand worrying about a disconnect because, yeah, you're having to worry about, your gear's not the greatest. I mean, even when you're taking on, green stuff, a bad disconnect or a bad lag spike, is going to cost you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my next character is going to be self-found. Yes, exactly. What class do you have? Oh, what's the combo you and your brother doing? Druid Hunter? It's not a bad combo. Because I mean, Druid can get away with a little bit of bad gear. And with Hunter, you got the pet. It's kind of like, honestly, it's one of the reasons why I like Druid is like, no, just, you know, give me what you got. I can make do. Yep. Yeah, I mean, and having the advantage of with the Hunter, you know, he can kind of take the aggro.
Autobots,
Oh, thank you, Sabron.
roll out.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the prime. Yeah, but you know, he can kind of take the pet or him could take the aggro while you get away and then play dead. So everybody gets away. Oh, where are we at? 31. But once I get to a safe spot, I'll put a little bit of hair color on, since that's our 12th. Yes, Foster's just not good on its own. Normally I drink black, but this one has to be sugar and cream. Later flavors are never great, but not a big coffee guy myself. Which is kind of interesting since I was in the military. But yeah, I just never got into it. Come on, I need mines. Okay. Yeah, I can do probably flavored coffees a little bit better. But yeah, the bitterness is what usually kept me from really enjoying it. Got a rogue out here. That's a death sentence, trying to pull anything from that. Yeah, usually, like, if I like anything like that, it's usually like chai. Maggie, hello. I'll do this and I'll go up on the road and I'll do a hair color. We had kind of light colors today. We had green and orange, which aren't my best colors. So let's go up here, and I guess I'm gonna have to kill it. Have to fight a kitty first. Yeah. Oh, oops. I'm out of mana. Alright, let's go up here. Alright. So let's do our old favorite. Let's do blue. Yeah, so anybody who's watching and wondering what is this old man doing? Basically, on the Faz side, it's every four subs, every 1400 bits. On the WoW side, because the WoW side is a smaller channel or smaller stream, I move it to 2. So every 2 subs, every 700 bits, I have to color my hair with hair wax, and it washes out. It's not a big deal. It washes out very easily. There we go. But blue is blue, red, purple, pink. I think are the good colors. The green is just too light. Like I used to have a green that was really bright. Yeah, this is the stuff. It's just hair color wax. But yeah, a long time ago, I had a green that was really nice and vibrant and bright. The green I got now is kind of just a light green. It's not very good. And the orange isn't bad, but I've also had better oranges. I think I have figured out what I want to do, because my original plan was, I put in beard clips when I die. Well, it's been 19 days, I haven't died. Of course not, I just cursed myself. But I think what I'm going to start doing is, anytime I get close to dying, or if I either close to dying or I have to run because I got myself in a bad situation, I think I'm going to do the put a beard clip in. I like tempting fate. Life is boring if you don't tempt fate. All right, what do I need? I need just 2 more ears. Okay, that's good. I think... I think I gotta go to the oh crap. Do you need help? You're 36. Nah, you're a paladin. You're fine. Like, you're fine. Now, granted, I have to remember that anytime I have to run from a fight or I get close to dying, to put in a beard clip, so I will try to remember. One more. Oh no. I don't know if he meant to do that. I mean, he's doing Black Rock. But there's a level 60 that just bit the bullet. Anvil Rage, Guardsman, Black Rock Deaths. Let's see if anyone else dies here soon. Let's see if this ends up being a party wipe. We have not, in the 19 days we've been playing, we have not seen a party wipe. Like, some of these times I think some of these guys go into these dungeons, get killed, just so they can transfer their guy over. Oh, crap. Just so they can transfer their guys over to a normal server. But we've seen a couple of 60s die, and usually in a dungeon or in a raid. And it's just kind of like, okay, I think they're just getting themselves killed. So they can transfer. Well, I mean, especially nowadays on the server, because, like, in the beginning when this server first came out in November, you know, you had a lot of people playing it, you had a lot of guilds on that were doing the raids, all that kind of good stuff, and now that's not happening. Now I doubt. I mean, there might be people doing raids. I seriously doubt it. Like, they might be doing they might be doing dungeons, but they're not doing raids. And hell, even dungeons, once you get up there, probably not. Unless you got a guild that's, purposely doing it. But because, well, like, I can understand it for this reason also. At the end of this year, beginning of next year, all the anniversary servers, except for the hardcore server, are going to Burning Crusade. So it's kind of one of those, go ahead and just move your character over so it's ready to. So you got a character already ready to go that you leveled in Classic. But he'll be ready for Burning Crusade when Burning Crusade comes out. Yeah, the anniversary servers still do well. I mean, they're still, like, I think the PvP and the regular anniversary classic server I think they're still high pop. Like, hardcore servers medium pop. Australian I think Australian PvP server is low pop. Not a whole lot of people playing that one. But yeah, they're all going to go to Burning Crusade. So I'm curious if they're going to open up a new classic server. Like after, you know, after a bit. Though they might not. I mean, they really didn't open up. There wasn't really any classic servers for a long time. Or new classic servers. Until the anniversary servers came out. I could be wrong on that, though. Like, I don't remember any new classic servers coming out after a while. Alright, so that's that. Oh, this is now kill Sindal. Yeah, we won't be killing Sindal anytime in the near future. Where are we sitting at? Got 13, 16 minutes. So what do we got next? I think we need to go here. Go to the venture. Do you need help? Nah, you're fine. He's looking awfully fast. He looks a little... He looks like he's got a little bit of, his gear is up there. Yeah, I've got a friend. I don't know where he... I don't know where he's playing at right now. I seriously doubt that he's playing on the anniversary server. I think, honestly, I think his guild is still freaking on the old classic servers. And they pop on every once in a while, do a raid, then pop off and don't do anything. But I seriously doubt he made a character on the anniversary. That's usually not what he does. He is definitely the I play one or two guys and that is it. Going to a new server was always kind of like, why would I do that? I'm like, I don't know. Because you and I think totally different. I am an alcoholic. You are, you know, I play one or two guys. That is all I play. Oh, and I'll be honest, when I first started, so when the classic servers first came out, you know, I jumped on, I played a little bit. I, you know, got a guy to, you know, would get a guy to, like I would get to like 20, you know, 20, between 20 and 30. And then it was kind of like, why am I over here? Because at that time, I still enjoyed retail. So it was kind of like, why am I over here? I've done all this. I've done all the raids. I've done all the dungeons. There's nothing over here for me to see that I've not seen already. The raids are... It's like, yeah, you've got a bunch more guys raiding, but let's be honest, they are easier than retail raids. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, Apes, when, you know, when Apes did, killed Ragnaros, when the classic servers first came out in, what, 6 days or something like that? I mean, they had guys that were still in their 50s when they did it. Because, I mean, you knew all the tactics. You knew everything to do. It wasn't that big. You know, it was like, it was fun. It was kind of fun, you know, reminiscing and going through some stuff that was kind of cool that you didn't remember from, you know, 15 years ago. And now, for some unknown reason, I'm the exact opposite. I'm kind of like, I enjoy classic more than I enjoy retail. And if I ever get, I don't know, I think part of my problem, and it's why I think anybody new trying to get into retail, I think there's just so much to retail now. Though I will say that they did come up with a cool little idea with the whole one button thing. So I think that will help a lot of new people. But the problem with the one button thing is you're not going to, unless you're paying attention to what the one button is doing, you're not going to learn how to play your character. You're going to learn how to hit a button. I mean, my wife is going through that right now because she has not played WoW in almost 4 years. But she's been playing Final Fantasy 14. But she's enjoying playing WoW because she's got the one button. She's like, okay, it's like, but she doesn't do raids, she doesn't do dungeons. I mean, she likes doing her pet battles, she likes doing quests, she likes doing world quests. I mean, that's her thing. So she's not like a liability to anybody. Like if they're doing, world quest, she's not doing dungeons with people. So she's not like a liability because she doesn't know how to play her character. She wants to log on for an hour, do some pet battles, do some world quests. Kang, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you kindly for the 8 months of lovely support. So for her, the one button was freaking perfect. Because I was going to tell her, because I was using an add-on, that basically it gave you 3 buttons, and it wasn't that you had to press those. It wasn't that you press those buttons. It told you what you should. It basically told you what you should do. It wasn't perfect, but I got it. I had it from a long time ago when I want to say I had it back in Legion when I was going through and leveling all of my. When I was leveling all the characters to get all the class mounts. But Kang, once again, man, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. So I was using that add-on because it's like, I'm playing classes I've never played in my life. And that add-on helped out a lot. And but I also knew that, okay, this isn't going to teach me how to play the character. So, watch and learn what you're doing. But hell, I played a druid, from vanilla on. When I came back, I'm glad I had that fracking add-on because I was trying to play how I used to play, and I was screwing up. Like I was like getting like, and I was leveling tank. And I'm like, what the hell? Why am I like almost dying every freaking fight? So I started paying attention to the 3 button thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm like not using half of my abilities, and most of those abilities were abilities I didn't even know I had. I had them on a bar over here, somewhere, but they weren't on my main bar. But that's because, I hadn't played WoW I'd play WoW like maybe once. Once I started playing Faz and started concentrating on that, I probably played WoW maybe 2, maybe 3 months a year. Throughout the year. We're at 8 minutes. We need to find a safe spot. I'm not sure if there's a safe spot anywhere nearby. Let's go to the road. What's funny is they've done some testing, and I think it's W0lfinn, and they were doing some testing with the one button, and realizing that other than the really good players, one button was outperforming everybody. Daniela, hello. It's new it's new. Like I've streamed a while. Like I actually started as a WoW streamer. About once or twice a year, I kind of don't stream Faz for a couple of weeks and I stream WoW. This time I just decided that, nah, I think I'm gonna keep streaming Faz, but I'm gonna do a second stream and stream WoW. I had to stop playing last year when I started teaching, but it also let me branch out, enjoy other games. Yeah, and I've always been, here, let me go break. I've always been one of those people that I kind of have my one or two things, and that's what I enjoy doing. And so I don't spread out. I don't reach out and do a bunch of other different things, which has helped me save money. But it also is like, you know, if I'm into Dragon Age, I'm into Dragon Age, and I'm playing Dragon Age for freaking ever. Like Dragon Age Origins, I had every class and every race. I had their storyline done, except for, I think I stopped at City Elves. I think I did Wood Elves, and then I started doing City Elves, and I stopped about halfway because I had done every other one. Helldivers 2, that game just hit a certain spot. I played Helldivers 2 for a little bit. I was having a little bit of fun with Helldivers 2. I couldn't get into Baldur's Gate 2. I hate the point and click movement. And I tried going out to Nexus and downloading the controller thing, the controller add-on, and that thing was a mess. But though I found out from a couple of friends who were like, "Oh no. Out of the box the add-on sucks. You have to sit there and try to, and you have to sit there and tweak it, and it's still kind of a mess." I almost was kind of like, you know what? I ought to just buy Baldur's Gate 3 on the Game Pass, or get the Game Pass and play Baldur's Gate 3 on my Xbox. Because I could just not get the controller. I hate point and click, and which is why honestly I really don't play Diablo that much anymore. I just don't. Diablo is better, but like the old Baldur's Gate games and stuff like that, I played them, but as soon as I got WASD, I never looked back. So yeah, so that was that. But other people totally loved it. It's like, because I wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3. I thought the story was going to be interesting. And I've got friends who I got friends who still play Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, I could not. There was a couple times where I was trying to point and click on something, and it would click on the wrong thing and cast my spell on the wrong thing or whatever, and I'm like, I'm done. And yeah, then like I said, I tried the controller and that was all screwed up. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't do this. But yeah, I seriously thought about just putting it on my Xbox, but I'm not sure the old Xbox One could even play Baldur's Gate 3. Because yeah, I think I've had my Xbox for like 8 years now. But let's go on break, everybody. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Let's keep the pre-rolls off so new people come in and don't have to worry about ads. But let's do that, and I will be right back, everybody. Let's see. All right, welcome back, everybody. I just realized that I'm almost out of bag space. Maybe we ought to go sell some stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll do some crystal shards and we'll kill some raptors and we'll kill some crocolisks. Yeah, most of the time I don't even leave. I just stand up and stretch my legs. Like sometimes I'll go up and say hi to Cat Thulu or something like that and talk to her for a couple of minutes. But most of the time all I do is really just stand up and stretch. I keep debating on getting a rising desk and getting a rising desk, a gimbal cam, and a walking treadmill. And just like, 10 minutes of stream, 10 minutes during the breaks, 10 minutes, and just walk while I'm playing. Because I mean, I stream 9 hours a day. So if I took 10 minutes every hour and walked every day, I'd be walking 90 minutes a day. That would probably be pretty healthy for me. Oh, we've got so much stuff. I mean, we got rid of I only got 9 bag space. Oh god. All right, we're in trouble. I might need to actually port. Because we got a lot of stuff to I don't have a whole lot of space. All right. Let's go ahead and let's port to Iron Forge and we'll fly back down. I think it would just be a good idea. Especially if I'm streaming 9 hours a day, it would probably be a pretty healthy idea. And if you're talking about oh, that actually sold. If you're talking about trying to work smarter, not harder, because like what I'm doing right now is I'm basically walking about an hour a day, but it's like I get up in the morning, I walk for about 20 minutes. When I go on break, I walk for about 20 minutes, and then when I get done with stream, I walk for 20 minutes. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on really how I'm feeling. If I'm walking during the stream, I don't have to worry about that. That's an hour of my time back. That I'm not wasting, but where I'm not walking out. Now the only thing is walking outside is actually good. So that's why that's why I keep going back and forth. That. Plus, standing up every once in a while isn't a bad idea. It's just for me to do it, I've got to sell some armor for my fighting stuff, and me parting from my armor is hard. Even though I'm not fighting right now, I'm not planning on fighting right now. As far as I'm concerned, I'm freaking retired. It's still hard for me to get rid of. I mean, I've got other I've got other stuff. I've got other armor. So it's not like if I woke up tomorrow and went, I want to get back into fighting. I'd have the stuff. It's just parting with what I have. It's just kind of like, oh, but I might want to, if I get back into it, I might want to do that. But I've been saying that now for, when did everything start getting back together for COVID? As far as people getting back out there and doing things for the last 4 years, I guess. So for the last 4 years, I've been saying that and I've not been doing it. It's like I think over the last 4 years, I think I fight maybe 2-3 times a year. Hi. And then I go, nah. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna go back doing whatever. And honestly, a lot of it comes down to it's either fight or do SC or stream. What the hell? Where did that go? I forgot how much of a pain in the butt these stranglethorn things are. Okay, I think I've got everything.
See you soon.
Well, a lot of it just comes down to just time. Of having that little extra, having that extra hour would just be good for, I'm going to sell this. I'm almost 35. The axe is kind of useless now. I keep forgetting that thing is not worth that much. I've never actually done the math on, is it really worth putting it up for 24 hours or is 8 hours fine? I think what it comes down to is I know I'm not going to be on for that much longer. I mean, like, I'm not going to be coming back on for almost 24 hours. So why not have these things up selling and not sitting, in my vault, not doing anything? No! Damn it! Stop breaking. All right. I think we're good there. We're good there. We're good there. like I would still walk outside. It would just not be for an hour. Like I would probably, after stream, I would probably still go walk for like 20 minutes to 30 minutes just to clear my head. But the morning, if I didn't walk 20 to 30 minutes in the morning, means I would get to sleep in for 30 minutes, which some mornings, that extra 30 minutes is really, really nice. The big thing is sleeping in on, not sleeping in, is not going and walking in between streams. Because by the time I get, like, if I stream the full 5 hours for Faz and then start, and I always try to start on time. So I've got an hour in between Faz and WoW. So you've got to accrue probably about 5 or so minutes of your rating someone, doing pleasantries, saying hi, seeing how their game's going, seeing how their stream's going. So there's 5 minutes gone. I start 5 minutes early, so there's another 5 minutes gone, so there's 10 minutes gone. I basically have to start sitting down here 10 minutes before that, so I'm usually sitting here at about 1:45, getting ready, so like bringing everything back up, maybe having to do a thumbnail really quick for YouTube. So there's 20 minutes gone. So now I'm down to 40 minutes. If I walk, now I'm down to 20 minutes of, grabbing something to eat and kind of chilling. No. That's what I was, at least the lunchtime. Like the evening time would be, I still walk, because a lot of times the evening time is just, I get done, Cat Thulu and I go walk for, 20, 30 minutes, and we just talk about our day. Morning would be me sleeping. Even if it's just getting up, feeding the cats, going back to bed, and just laying down and closing my eyes. That sometimes is very wanted and needed. And then, like I said, and for lunch, it's, that gives me 40 minutes that if I'm kind of struggling that day, and I just need to kind of close my eyes for a little bit, it gives me a little bit of time to do that. When I'm walking in between the streams, I don't really have that time. So that's where the time would be, as far as what I would do with it. I've got a couple of friends that freaking love biking. Like they hated running. Though one does run now, which I find funny. Actually, no, he doesn't. He bikes. He did a run and he was like, "Yeah, screw that noise. I'll do bikes." So he does a lot of. Him and a group of other friends of ours, like they've got together and they do like MS biking, charity bikes. Like 30 or so miles. I know he's got one coming up, I think in September or October. That is, I think it's the, I want to say it's the, they took one of the train tracks between, I want to say, Maryland and Pittsburgh. And it was an old track, it wasn't being used. So they took out all the there's like trails, like trails for trains or something like that. And they made basically a walking / biking path. But I think it goes between Pittsburgh and Maryland, somewhere in Maryland. I think they've got a charity ride coming up in October. Okay. See, I've got a, probably from fighting. Like my right hip started, I don't know, maybe about 8 years ago. Like even walking if I'm either walking or standing for like 30 minutes, my right leg starts going numb. And I think it's just arthritis. But I mean, I've been fighting for 30 years. And before that, I was doing other contact sports between football, martial arts, things like that. So I'm sometimes amazed that my body doesn't have as many. I've only got a few like nagging injuries. I think that probably the only thing that worries me the most is probably the amount of concussions I've had over the years. So, because I really didn't think about it because every time I think about concussions, I always think about the old version of concussions that people were taught, which was, you didn't have a concussion unless, you browned out or you blacked out. That was a concussion. Just getting a headache or neck being a little bit sore. That wasn't a concussion. Don't worry about it. But now that we know, no, if your brain gets jostled and you get a hard hit or something like that, and you've got a little bit of a headache, you don't have a major concussion, but you got a mild one, maybe, and those add up. And when I sit back and think about, the decades I've been fighting and the amount of times that I've gotten hit and I've had either a minor or a major headache afterwards, or my neck hurt really bad, or, if I'm doing a melee, which is our version of battles, and, getting hit and getting knocked off my feet and my head slamming into the ground. Jesse, good morning. And then, getting a bad headache from that. I mean, yeah. So there's days where I worry about me in my old age. Because I already have an issue where I'll start saying something and I can't think of the right word, where I used to be very good at words, or I'll start talking about something and I'll go squirrel, and I will totally forget. Like, I'll start talking about something, like Jesse comes in and says hi, I say hi back, and then I forget what I was talking about. So does that worry me? Yeah. Is there anything I can do about it? No. Whatever happens, I did to myself. So, I basically just got to live with that. But it is also one of the reasons why I'm kind of stopped fighting. I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to just stop. Yes. I mean, part of it I know is just age. It's not anything about the amount of hits and stuff like I've done. I've gotten between football, boxing, MMA, which, I mean, I was doing stuff like that before MMA was ever MMA. Most of the military bases that I went to, we always had guys that would get together, and we all came from different martial art backgrounds, and we'd all just try them out. Like, we would have, anyone who knows anything, like the red, well, now like the head pieces and hands and feet are a lot more cushiony. They're a lot better. Ours was like, the red thick, like the red hard plastic or foam that really didn't do a whole lot for you. Yeah, I was pretty. Yeah, I would say I was pretty articulate. But you get your guys. It's like, oh, I've been doing I've been doing karate for this long. Oh, I've been doing kung fu. Oh, I've been doing judo, jujitsu, whatever. And we would just get together and fight. Not try to hurt each other or whatever, but just for the hell of it. So, you know, took a few good hits from that. Boxing, definitely took hits from boxing. I mean, I don't regret any of it. I've always said, I mean, it was always a blast, always had a lot of fun. But if I have any regrets, was not being to the point where I realized that, okay, yes, there are guys about my age doing this, but realizing that I just did not want to travel anymore. But the still fighting guys, like right now, World Bohort, it's called Bohort, or if you just want to call it still fighting. There's 2 different worlds. One of them is going on right now. I've got a couple of friends. I got a couple of friends over in, God, where the hell is it? Where is it this year? It's not in the States, it's overseas. But I got a couple of friends over there doing that this weekend. And I went out for it and I screwed myself up pretty bad. Like I was doing treadmill work. But I was doing treadmill work running about 5 miles with a 20-pound weight vest on. This was right before I started doing before I started streaming, actually. I think this was like 20. Let's see, Cthulhu and I were together, so it would have had to been like 2018, I think. And my body basically just said, nope, we're done. And I lost a lot of movement below my waist. Like, I mean, I could walk and stuff like that, but everything was numb, everything was tingly. It was very, very weird. And it took me 2 months, about 2 months of rehab to get everything back to feeling normal. And at that point, I was like, nope, I'm done. Sold all my stuff. Well, I sold all my stuff but my swords. My swords are on my desk in, upstairs in the living room. But if I had anything that I regret from that, it would be that I never got a chance to really go for it. Oh, where are you going? Hey. But I wanted to kill you. I mean, I still got to do it. I just didn't get to go. I just didn't try. I still did it, but I didn't get the chance to go out for Worlds. Because I thought it would be cool to actually travel overseas and fight people from other countries. But I've shown you guys a video of I'd have to find it again. I'm not even sure if it's on this PC. I think it's on my other PC. Or actually, well, it's out on YouTube also. But there's a video of me fighting a guy. We were doing singles, and we got tied up. And he did a move that he's not supposed to do, but he did it. And we were both still. I would consider us both novices. But he took his. He was fighting with. I was fighting sword and shield. He was fighting a great axe. And he took the axe handle, put it behind my helm. I think he was trying to put it on the back of my helm, which is legal. Instead it got underneath my helm, and he pulled, and my helmet came off. He didn't see it, so he pulled, and then he swung, and the axe is going for my head, without my helmet on. And at the last second, I leaned back, and the axe just goes right past my nose. Yeah, we took a break on that. We were a little bit freaked out. We were kind of like, okay, well, that was almost a death. And the thing is, someone actually had just gotten the same thing happen, but he got hit. I mean, he lived. But they had actually made a rule right after that. So it happened the same week that it almost happened to me. but they finally made a rule where you actually had to have a connection from your helm to your breastplate, your back plate, so that couldn't happen. Because he wasn't lucky. He got hit in the head. It knocked him out for, I think he was out of fighting for a year because he had a cracked skull. He wouldn't have hit my skull. He would have fractured my freaking jaw if he would have hit. But we took a break for a couple of minutes and then we went back to fighting. I never said I was smart. And I do love showing that video and freaking people out, so. But it's out on my second YouTube channel. I've got another YouTube channel. It's not that big, but it's I haven't done anything with it probably in about 4 years. But it's SYRFINN Surfin or Surfin. I can't even remember what the hell it's named. How many more of these guys we got? 3? The thing that's going to bite is I'm going to get done with all these quests and I'm going to not have, and I'm going to run out of things to kill. Like I'm trying to think of the next area after Stranglethorn. The Wrathy Highlands I think has a few quests. And then you got the Hinterlands. It's just what, where are, what level are those things going to be at? Or am I going to have to spend, between level 40 and 40, 39, 40, 42, 41, 42, basically traveling continent to continent over and over and over until I get to a point where there's a bunch of quests in one spot. All right. Let's go to... Let's go next. Let's go to the creek. Not creek, lake. What's going to be interesting is once I change up to the self-found character, I can't do this with self-found. like self-found, you've got to, you know, oh crap, I stood up, moved. Like you can't be taking on things 2 to 3 levels higher than you. That's asking to get killed. Which is why I tend to have a lot of dead characters on hardcore. Because I constantly forget to do that. Especially when I was playing the unofficial hardcore servers. I'd get bored and be like, oh, I have nothing else, so I'm going to take a chance. It's like regular hardcore is a little bit easier because no, you can keep your gear up to where you're not doing too bad. Well, that'd be fun. Yeah, I wish the friends that I used to play with still played. Like I've got my one friend that still plays kind of sorta, but he doesn't play hardcore. He tried it and he's like, I don't understand how you can play it. And I'm like, I enjoy it. It's like you enjoy raiding. I enjoy the worrying about losing my character. But like the rest of the guys just don't play anymore. Like I might get some of them back in when housing comes back, because one of the guys, his son, who started playing with us when he was a kid, but we were talking about it the other night while when we were playing Pathfinder, and he was like, yeah, no. When I heard that WoW is coming out with housing, it got me thinking about maybe coming back. I'm like, well, if you do, let me know. You pick whatever side you want, and I will make sure I'm there. It's like, I mean, because I know my wife would play, his fiance would probably play, his dad would probably play, his mom would probably play. So, I mean, there's 6 of us right there to do stuff with. Because we did that for... Well, Draenor, they played a lot. They played a lot in Legion. Battle for Azeroth is when they kind of started falling off. But like they played the beginning of Battle for Azeroth, and then they fell off after that. And then I got them to come back for the beginning of... Actually, no, Legion, they fell off in Legion too. They'd played for about like 2-3 months, and then they would end up stopping after Draenor. And usually it was because of my wife. They'd come back, they'd do it, they'd play while we do some dungeons together, and then they'd head off. I mean, what you're talking about with your brother. Okay, you guys sometimes, joke about, oh, you like to solo. This is how bad I solo. This is how bad I like soloing. I have a hard time playing with my wife. I love my wife, but I just want to play and not have to. Yeah. And it's nothing against her or anything. It's just, I like to solo. I always have. My friends My friends understood that. They knew they could, you know, trust me to you know, be there for dungeons and stuff like that. And, you know, when we raided, you know, I'd always have everything for the raids. But other than that, nah, leave me alone. What the hell am I looking for here? But Cthulhu and I've tried to play together, and I'm just like, she's just like, yeah, you're sometimes hard to play with. I'm like, I know. But she always knew in WoW that whatever, you know, like for retail, you know, I would always, you know, I'd go get myself, I'd get myself to max, get myself in good gear, and then I basically would just run her. I would just run her through, like the lower level dungeons. I love STV. STV is definitely. I mean, I have good memories of STV because of Maelstrom. Because, I mean, I was, you know, leveling through here on a PvP server was especially fun. Really? Okay, little Nomi. To give yourself a little bit of cover. But the music is really nice. I haven't got a single fracking drop of these. Yeah, I keep thinking about for classic going to like PvP. I just don't know if I can keep up. It'd be fun kind of trying. It'd be fun seeing if I could. Hey, we finally got a skin. It's over there. Khadgar. Ooh, ape. Should be okay. Yeah, but I think it would be kind of, but I'd want to do it on a new server, not on an old server. If I was going to do another PvP server. Or, like, you know, the anniversary servers. Like, if I got my guy to 60, the transferring over to Burning Crusade. Oh, God, that'd be... And Burning Crusade was such a... It was a lot of fun. But, man, it was also a lot of... a lot of angst. Because Outlands isn't that fracking big. I mean, at least, you know, Classic, you know, everything's kind of spread out. You can kind of have, you know, guys over here, guys over there. You know, doing, you know, for the most part, for a lot of it, you know, Horde's over on Kalimdor, Alliance is over on Eastern Kingdoms. They start crossing paths later, you know, sooner or later, but you can still, if you kind of want to avoid that, you can somewhat avoid it. Oh, BC, I mean, I did what I had to, but I did the bare minimum. I did the bare minimum just so I could raid, and that was it. Because, yeah, it was just too much. And even that I got to the point where I'm like, okay, once we got the farming, I was like, screw that, I'm done. See, I only did it once. I did it with my druid. That was it. I think my comment to him was like, look, what do you need? Like, I'll go change whatever, but I'm not doing this on 3 different characters. Like, if you need a healer, fine. I'll go pay the money to go freaking switch over to a healer. If you need me to tank, I'll do that. But I'm not doing all of this for multiple characters. And then by the end of Lich King, I was just like, nope. This is way too much of a fracking job. Like, I have enough pressure of my real job. I don't need to have the pressure of a fracking video game. I play this to relax, not be stressed out. Because I haven't got my dailies in. Bad repops. Yeah, I'm trying to think of... I don't think I've ever rated on anything but my druid. I never rated on... No, I did one molten core on my mage. Oh no, actually no, I'll take that back. I did ZG on my mage also. Forgot about that one. I mean, the nice thing about, with doing the druid and also the mage, at least I know what decursor was. Maybe should have picked a better name. Quagga the Keeper in the Hinterlands was who took out the 46 mage. Oops. Then Defias Pillager. Hello. Yeah. I love Deathlog. Get in my belly. I don't know if I want to take these guys on. Like, I don't mind taking on animals, you know, 1 or 2 levels higher than me. I don't like taking on humanoids. Animals don't run. Humanoids run. Okay, the repop is freaking ridiculous. Holy crap. I can't even get my mana back. And it's already fracking repopped. And those little goblins run freaking fast, too. Probably hold off on them until 35 at least. But at 35, I'm going to go, I'll go to the auction house and try to pick up better gear. Because I think most of my gear is 30. Weapon might be a little bit better. Weapon's 31. Yeah, 34 is just a little too much of, might not be able to, like, you can beat them, but can you kill them fast enough before they run into friends? Kind of like with Curzon, with the Curzon guys. It's like, no, I could kill them, but every once in a while they'd run too fast where I couldn't do anything about it. And they'd go get friends. I need one more. Not to pull that thing. All right, we are about done for the day. What I'm probably going to do is, since I still got 13 minutes on my Hearthstone, I want to get my last Proclus skin though. And there we go. Fight 1. Yeah, this is another thing I've learned over the many deaths I've had on hardcore. I'm so used to splitting mobs with my druid by either going stealth and going in between them and stuff like that I try it with other classes, and I've lost so many guys because I've tried that, especially in unofficial hardcore. Like I would try to, I'd try to separate these two guys. I try to go in between these two guys and not aggro either, and end up aggroing both. And end up dying because, in unofficial you couldn't use the auction house. It's like this. It's like self-found here. It's like, no, let's be a little smart, shall we? Just take 1, fight 1. Don't fight 2. I mean, I probably would have been okay because we actually have okay gear, but. Still, 6 more levels and I get a mount. I did do this all the fracking time. Look, Murloc, how many times do I have to kill you? You'd think you'd learn by now. Stop attacking me. It's like the 4th or 5th time I've killed you. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, anybody, so the plan is once my wife goes back to teaching in August, that this stream is going to go from a 4-hour stream to a 5-hour stream. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it while she's home. So until August, though not next week, but the week after that, you might see a couple of 5-hour streams because she's got a camping thing that she goes to. Well, I used to go to also all the time. But since I'm not doing the SCA thing, I'm not doing the SCA thing anymore. Because I'm not doing the SCA thing anymore, I'm not going to be camping, but she will. Let me go over here. Gamescom. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see because I know Midnight. I know they're going to be doing a lot of things with Midnight at Gamescom. I think it's midnight for me when they're or something like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to housing. It's like I know I love classic, I know I love hardcore, but I will definitely be playing retail for housing. But she'll be camping and she'll be probably staying up as long as the weather's not too bad. She'll probably be at least the first week up there spending the night for most of it. So if that is the case, not next week, but the week after that, I'll probably start doing some 5-hour streams with WoW. And then when she starts back to teaching, we have figured out our thing of she likes to come home. She likes to relax, not have to worry about anything. Like we might talk a little bit, but then I need to disappear. Because if I don't disappear, I distract her from her doing the things that she wants to get done. So I kind of just disappear. And so what I'll probably do is I'll just end up streaming till 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll get together. Nope. Goodbye. So yeah. So probably middle of August, this stream will move to a 5-hour stream. But while she's home, I'm going to keep it at 4. But on that note, let's go find a lovely person to go say hi to, shall we? Not sure if anybody's on. I didn't get to rate anybody off the. I didn't get to raid anybody this afternoon when everything crashed. But thank you, Peggy. Who's on? I can go say hi to him. Let's see if there's anybody. A lot of that, a lot of that. I'm gonna go over Super Steve. Oh, he's almost probably done. Unless he's doing a long-ass stream today. He might be doing a long... Oh, he's in a van. So let's go over and say hi to Super Steve. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be on. But let's go say hi. He's playing Faz right now. What the hell? There we go. My control key's not been working. But everybody, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for hanging out. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome as always. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. For anybody new to the channel, I stream twice a day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do a game called Phasmophobia. It's what I made Twitch partner on. Then at 2 p.m. I come back. I stream that for 5 hours, go to break, go on lunch for an hour, come back, stream World of Warcraft for 4 hours. Right now we're doing a lot of hardcore. I'll probably do some Pandaria once Pandaria goes live, and then probably come back to hardcore. But yeah. And then like I said, then Saturday and Sunday. Currently Saturday and Sunday I stream in the morning for 4 hours, but right now I'm streaming Faz. I've kind of made the promise that if this stream ever gets up to like 40 average for the stream, that I will stream Saturday I'll stream Faz one day, I'll stream World of Warcraft the other day. So, but yes, I'm on a lot. But let's go over and say hi to Super Steve, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye. Love y'all. Peace.
It's too good to be true. Literally. Holy heck, hey W0lfinn! What the hell, dude? Welcome in, Raiders. W0lfinn, how was your stream? I'm guessing you was on... I know you do Phasmo in the day. You was on... Oh, what's the game called? WoW, right? I know you've been playing WoW. How you doing? How you doing, my friend? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, my name is Super Steve. I'm a Phasmophobia streamer, and right here, right now, I have hit my 11,000 game of Phasmophobia. It's been a hell to get here, but we are here. And we're doing a random map, which gave me prison, and we're doing random difficulties. So you go into the custom setting, you press the dice, and it randomizes what settings you have to do. So, yeah, we thought it'd be a fun way to do it.